couple questions regarding CT. How close are we to the ceiling of driver innovation pertaining to distance when you look at the CT limitations, and what challenges does CT testing present in driver design?
Yeah, that's a good one, Tim. Obviously, we spend a lot of time designing for that and making sure that we're producing product. That's was one of the impetuses behind a CNC milled face, and continuing for us the infinity face. So, when you look at the CT test, it is an approximation of a real COR test. We don't really do many COR tests anymore. In the old days, we did a lot of that. But now the CT test is really easy to use. And, we've USGA has developed some mapping procedures that help us fine-tune that better to what they're looking for and what they're looking to limit. So it's certainly a limit. We know that there's a speed limit on products. The speed limit came originally from the USGA in 1998 was the first proposals, and shortly thereafter product was required to be conforming to that new COR limit. So drivers have been restrained really since about the 2000s. So it's a limit on design for sure. Back then in the through 2008, we were able to make an RNA spec driver that was an unlimited product. And if you think in COR numbers, the USGA rule was 822. The industry was able to make drivers almost up to 860 before we got shut off in 2008. So there is some technology that we're having to leave behind, some speed, some distance. So we have to work within those rules. But certainly it would be something that if we change rules and allowed that, we could probably make a driver maybe 880 or 890 now, maybe even more. So I think that's the question is, how much is that worth? Well, every tenth of a point of the COR number, I think go from 822 to 832. For a tour player, that's probably worth about 2 to 3 yards or maybe 4 yards nowadays with their swing speeds. So if we think about the average consumer taking an 860 driver versus 822, it should be 8 to 12 yards longer. So that's where we could certainly be. If you add another 8 to 12 yards on top of that, if we get to 880 or 890, there could be 20 some yards of distance from a unlimited COR driver. So that would be something that, yes, we would love to have some things like that to help the average consumers. Remember, people play golf for fun. No one's forcing us to play golf. We play for fun, and the goal there is, hey, how can we have more fun? We know that hitting a long drive is really a big part of that. So I think that's something that we know is a limitation.